Welcome back. If this is your first time here on this channel and you experience any kind of issues with playback, please check out the link in the description to my mirrored account on BitChute.com, redpill_McKenzie. Now, in today's video, we're picking up where we left off. We're now in week 4 plus of May 2018 in the high-level resignations. Talking CEOs, CFOs, COOs, heads of state, police chiefs, you name it. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it's a new week until basically we catch up. And, well, where do I get these names from? Some of you may ask. I get them from a site called resignation.info, maintained by Resignation to None. And despite the meme I just showed you, there are actually a lot of good people on this list. Not everyone on this list is a bad person, so that means not everyone's going to be indicted. Check out the link to the indictments on that website if you haven't already. There's also a little feature here where you can report resignations. If there's anything that you see that isn't on there since September 2017, go ahead and provide the link to that. And if it's recent and it's notable, chances are you might see it on the next resignation show every other Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. German time, with the next show being on February 17th. And it's hosted on a channel called In Real Life News. I'll provide the link to their channel in the description if you haven't already done all those steps before, so you can subscribe to their channel and not miss the next resignation show. Now that we've got our ducks in a row, let's get to the names. We have the CEO to J.C. Penney in the U.S., Marvin Ellison. Resigned to go to work to Lowe's Companies, Inc. as the CEO and president there. We have the CEO to Big Unlimited in Australia, Richard Everts. We have the CEO to HomeServe in the UK, Martin Bennett. We have the CEO to Woolworth in Australia, John Dixon. We have the CEO to DFS Furniture in the UK. We have the CEO and president to Pennzoil Construction Company in the US. We have the CEO and president to Rockwell Medical Inc. in the US. We have the CEO to Business Development Agency in Bermuda. We have the CEO to Zedcor Energy in Canada. We have the CEO to CITIC Envirotech in Singapore. We have the CFO and these 3 board members to Godfrey's in New Zealand. Pause if you need to read those. We have the CFO and VP to Orbcom Inc. in the US. We have the president to Disney ABC TV Group in the US, Bruce Rosenblum. We have the CEO and director to Chevron Lubricants Lanka in Sri Lanka. We have the editor-in-chief and the director to the Independent News and Media, INM, in Ireland. We have the leader to the Southern Baptist Church in Fort Worth, Texas, Paige Patterson. After thousands of evangelical women signed a petition calling for his ouster. We have the chairman to Health PEI in Canada. We have all of these board members also to Health PEI in Canada. Pause if you need to read those names because, well, there's more to read here. Additional board members. We have the CEO to Royal Canadian Mint in Canada, Sandra Hannington. We have the CEO to Civian in Luxembourg. We have the CEO to Cincinnati Youth Collaborative in Ohio, Jane Keller, retired. We have the CEO and director to the Hospital Corp in China, Zhang Zhongping. We have the CEO to Air Holdings in Malaysia, Hu Kong Hoi, Eugene. We have the Archbishop to the Roman Catholic Church in Australia, Philip Wilson, was found guilty of covering up the crimes of a pedophile priest by a court on that Tuesday. We have the Deputy CEO and CTO to Elktech Limited in Norway. We have the Chairwoman to St. James's Place PLC in the UK, Sarah Bates, retired. We have the CEO and VP to Sabin Capital Group in the US. We have the President to Eaton Corporation in Ireland, Bill V., retired. We have the President to the University of Texas at El Paso in the US, Diana Natalicio, retired. The CEO and President to Metroplex Health System in Texas, Carlisle Walton. He went to go to the Adventist Health Policy Association to work as president there. We have the deputy chief to Clearwater Fire Department in Florida, Stephen Strong. As report on sick leave abuse is released, he resigned. We have the CEO to Quartco Group, Inc. in the UK. We have the editor to the Daily Beast in the US, John Avlon. He left to join CNN full-time. We have the CEO and chairman to BET Networks in the US, Deborah Lee. We have the foreign minister to the Taiwanese government, Joseph Wu. We have the vice chairman to the National Innovation Foundation in India. We have the CFO to the Plastrade Technology BHD in Malaysia. We have the chief to the Edmonton Police Department in Canada, Rod Neck. We have the CFO to Cell C in South Africa. We have the CEO to Alliance MMA Inc. in the US. We have the commander to NORAD in the US, Lori J. Robinson. We have the CEO to Rusal in Russia, Alexandra Borica. Took over in March and was out in May, so 2 months. We have all these directors, 4 of them, also to Rusal. And these 3 additional directors, so a total of 7 directors to Rusal. And we're going to add an 8th director, Oleg Deripaska. I think we've named him before. We have the CEO and president to Firefly Credit Union in the US, Bill Raker. We have the CEO to Definx in the UK. We have the CEO to TAS Racing in Ireland. We have the CEO to Twin Cities Habitat for Humanity in Minnesota, Sue Hai, retired. We have the CEO to Bumblebee Foods LLC in the US, Chris Lichewski. We have the CEO to the Housing Finance Company of Kenya, Frank Ireri. We have the finance minister to the Myanmar government, Kua Win. We have a judge to Pittsfield in Massachusetts, Thomas H. Estes. We have a director to the North Dakota Republican Party in the U.S., Dane Ferguson. We have a pastor to Connect 316 in the U.S., Rick Patrick. He joked about fellow Southern Baptists raping a donkey. Resigned for that. We have the CEO to the Putzmeister America in the U.S., Peter Mendel. We have the director to Invuo Technologies AB Sweden. Got me again. We have the VP to Proofpoint Inc. in the U.S. We have the president to the University of Southern California in the U.S., C.L. Max Nikias. Resigned amid a raging sex scandal. We have the chief to the Marquette University Police Department in Wisconsin, Paul Mascari. After he was arrested in January for driving while intoxicated in Marshall in Dane County, he resigned. We have the chairman to the Tianjin Royal Commercial Bank in China, Yin Jinbao. Suicide. We have a director to Acres Biosciences Inc. in the U.S. We have a judge to Sarasota County in Florida, Judy Goldman. We have the president to Paraguay, Horacio Cartez. We have the CEO to Parrot Corp BHD in Malaysia. We have the CEO to Vlipo in Canada, Matthew Stikos. He was also a former BlackBerry employee, but his resignation really was not that. He was shot dead at the age of 37. We have the president to the IU Health Blackford Hospital in Indiana, retired. We have the CEO and president to the Hunterdon Healthcare System in New Jersey, retired. We have the CEO to Stratasys in the U.S. We have the CEO and VP to ArcelorMittal SA in Luxembourg, retired. We have the CFO to Hewlett Packard in the U.S., Kathy Lesjak, retired. We have the chairman to SafeStyle in the U.K., resigned after 1 month. We have the CEO to Smart in Switzerland, Annette Winkler. We have the CEO to Cycling Canada in Canada. We have the CEO and president to Crescent Point Energy in Canada, Scott Saxberg. We have the CEO to Colorado Springs Utilities in the U.S., retired. We have the CEO and president to Neatco Inc. in the U.S., retired. We have the mayor to Phoenix in the U.S., Greg Stanton, decided to run for Congress. We have the director to the Independent News and Media, the INM in Ireland, Terry Buckley. We have a Republican governor to Missouri in the U.S., Eric Greitens. After several months of bitter legal battles and political tussles, he resigned. We have a chairwoman to the Fair Political Practices Commission in the U.S., Jody Remke. We have the CEO to the Brown-Forman in the U.S., retired. We have the CEO to the Affiliated Managers Group, AMG, in the U.S., Sean Healy. We have the CFO and the COO to the Abraj Group. We have the CEO to Univision Communications Inc. in the U.S., Randy Falco, retired. We have the CFO to the Royal Bank of Scotland Group in the UK, Ewan Stevenson. We have a Democrat senator from the Hawaii Senate in the U.S., Will Espero, resigned to run for the lieutenant governor's seat instead. We have an MEP from UKIP in the UK, James Carver. We have a Republican senator from the Pennsylvania Senate in the U.S., Scott Wagner. We have the CEO to Cura Cannabis Solutions in the U.S. We have the CEO to Cherry AB in Sweden. We have the CEO to the Gem Group in the UK. We have a judge from the Colorado Supreme Court in the U.S., Nancy E. Rice. She retired. We have the colonel to Minot Air Force Base in the U.S., Bradley Cochran, retired. We have the co-leader to the Green Party in the UK, Caroline Lucas. We have the CIO to Telcom in South Africa, retired. We have the CEO and president to the Greater Bryant Chamber of Commerce in Arkansas, Todd Roden. We have the finance director to the Buncombe County in North Carolina, Tim Flora. We have the CEO and president and the COO to Bravo Brio Restaurant Group in the U.S. due to a company merger. We have a CFO to Veristem Inc. in the U.S. We have the admiral to the U.S. Pacific Command, Harry Harris. We have the CEO to Van Eaton and Romero in the U.S., retired. We have the CEO to Legal and General Group PLC in the UK, retired. We have the CEO to First Group in the UK. We have the CFO to Orexo AB in Sweden. The CEO to Dardanup Shire in Australia. We have the CFO to IGB BHD in Malaysia. We have the CEO to London Capital Group Holdings PLC in the UK. The CEO to the National Film and Video Foundation, the NFVF in South Africa, Zama M. Following a forensic investigation and allegations of mismanagement, waste of funds, and other issues at the embattled organization supposed to promote and support South Africa's film and television industry, she resigned. We have the CEO to Land O'Lakes Inc. in the U.S., Chris Polisinski, retired. We have the chief prosecutor in Georgia, Arakli Shattaz, over a teenager's murder case. We have the CEO to the Sierra Wireless Inc. in Canada, Jason Cohenauer, retired. We have the CEO to Fiat Chrysler in the UK, Sergio Marchioni, retired. We have the president to the Recording Academy in the U.S., Neil Portnoy. We have the CFO and VP to Aquin Financial in the U.S. We have the CEO to Nature's Variety in the U.S., Reed Howlett. We have the CEO and director to O Hospital REIT in Singapore. We have the CEO to the U.S. Pain Foundation in the U.S. after its board of directors requested that he do so. We have the CEO to the women employed in the U.S., Ileana Mora. We have the director to CV Sciences and Inc. in the U.S. We have the VP to Tesla Inc. in the U.S., Cal Langton. And that's it. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it's a new week. Want to check the next Resignation show? Don't forget to check out the link in the description to subscribe to the In Real Life News channel. And as always, if you like my video, please share because, well, sharing's caring. And if you haven't already yet, go ahead and feel free to subscribe to my channel and ring my bell for notifications so YouTube has no choice in what kind of content of mine that you get to see. I hope you liked it. I love you all. God bless you all. This is Red Pill McKenzie.